Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me here today for another Pick a Card reading. For those of you who are new, welcome in. My name is Melissa. And for today's question, what we're going to be digging into today is what energy is next for you when it comes to your career. So this will kind of dig into the next energy, the next big event coming in for your career, any people of significance that you'll see kind of influencing you as you progress through your career path. So this is just great if you guys are looking just for like a general energy check-in when it comes to career. So whether you're currently in a role right now, or maybe you're looking for something new and you're curious to know like what's going to happen with that, this will be a great video for you to watch regardless of your circumstances. This video is also timeless, you guys. So anytime that you guys feel guided to open up this video and view it, there's likely a message there for you. So whether you watch it today when it's posted or 6 months from now, if you're guided to watch it, go ahead and view it because there's something here for you, okay? These are also general in nature. I always say that in every reading, so you guys know what that means. Just take whatever resonates for you, leave behind what doesn't. If you want a more specific read on your personal situation, you guys can send me an email to book a personal. All the details on how you'll be able to do that will be linked in the description box down below. All right, so for today's reading, we are going to be working with 4 piles, like normal, I would say. Starting here on the left, we have pile 1. Pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. So let's just go ahead and take a second to kind of calm our energy down. Take a couple of deep breaths. Think about your career and ask what's next. And select the card or crystal that you're feeling the most intuitively guided to. You can use the timestamps down below to go ahead and fast forward to your reading. Hey there, pile 1. So if you chose this little blue and white stone, let's go ahead and tap into the next energy coming in for you guys as it pertains to your career. So I'm going to start off by pulling some messages from the tarot. Okay, so we have the 3 of Swords reversed. We have the 3 of Pentacles reversed. Ooh, okay, and then we have the Magician. Okay, so what I'm seeing here so far, you guys, for you is I kind of feel you guys are coming out of some sort of maybe like betrayal as it pertains to work. I feel like there's been a breakdown here with coworkers or maybe business partners or just like a group of people that you guys have been working with or have been working with in the past. I'm definitely seeing, you know, because this reading is about what's next for you in career. So yeah, so this is kind of like the energy that you're going to be hitting next in the future. So yeah, what I'm kind of seeing for you guys is that there is some sort of breakdown in a business partnership. So this can be something you guys are headed toward or something that's kind of affected you in the past. The reason why I keep kind of getting messages about the past is because we also have this 3 of Swords energy in reverse. So I feel like because it's in the reverse, this generally indicates to me that whatever this breakdown was in partnership, relationship, or whatever conflict happened with your coworker, I feel like with the 3 of Swords being reversed, this is a large indicator that you guys are really moving on from that situation and you're healing from it. You're just kind of wrapping up, kind of like tying up the loose ends of getting over that situation and moving forward. And I kind of get the vibe that you guys are like going to be feeling a bit more independent. 3 of Pentacles energy is very much about like collaboration and working together with others to create something beautiful. And in the reverse, I mean, there's so many meanings that it could have, but for you guys, just because there's 2 3s, I'm just really getting the sense that there is this more of this emphasis on you being your own person and you being independent at work or taking on whatever project this was on your own. And the reason that I'm feeling like you guys are kind of going to be more solo with this is because we also have the Magician energy here. So the Magician is all about you guys having the skills to manifest a new beginning for yourselves, or knowing and feeling confident in the fact that like you have everything that you need as an individual to create whatever it is that you're trying to create, or call in whatever it is that you're trying to call in when it comes to your career, okay? So yeah, it definitely feels like you guys are headed toward more of an independent energy, really moving on from, you know, any situations that affected you when it comes to career having to do with other people. Now, another message I'm getting for group 1 is that maybe for some of you guys, like, you have been really struggling with just kind of like having the drive to work, period. Like, because when I think of like 3 of Pentacles reversed, sometimes this can also indicate like a period of just feeling lazy when it comes to work, or feeling like disconnected, or just not very motivated and inspired to put the work in, you know, and perhaps that's due to some sort of, you know, emotional betrayal that is coming your way with regard to work, or just feeling emotionally like drained by work, period. But the positive side of this is with the Magician energy, this is saying that though you might be moving through some of these feelings, just feeling blah about your work, so to say, this tells me that you guys are going to be pulling out of that, and that you're going to be able to manifest a new beginning for yourself, or manifest and put the work in a way that is going to bring you success. Okay. So we have a couple more cards we're going to dig into. So let's see what we get for those. Okay. So from the Archetype cards, we have the Vampire, and then we have the Whale Spirit. Trust the Great Mystery. Oh my gosh, you guys. So I want to start here with this Archetype card with the Vampire. So this says, the Vampire, on the light side of things, makes you aware that someone or something is draining your life force. On the shadow side, depleting others for your psychic survival, chronic complaining, and codependency. You guys, I really feel that this is reinforcing that message about people being in your workspace that were not good for you. Excuse me. Yeah, like I think when I see this card, I think of an energy vampire. I think of, you know, there's a light and shadow side to each, you know, to each of these cards in particular. And I think both messages really apply. I feel like you guys are moving into a space where you're coming to this realization that you've got maybe some toxic coworkers around you, or just some business partners that are really, really draining on you emotionally. And you guys are really, really powerful with this Magician energy. You guys are really qualified. You have the skill set that you need to be able to do what's right at work and be professional and just be successful in general, like make things happen. And I feel like you're going to be moving into this space where you're realizing that people in your work environment, whether you go to like an office every day, or whether you guys own your own business and you're collaborating with someone, like there's someone here that's very draining to you. They deplete you of your energy. And I think this is why we have this 3 of Pentacles reverse with the 3 of Swords reverse. Like this really is speaking to like just having a fallout with toxic people. Okay. So maybe for a little while, as you guys are moving through this energy, you're going to be feeling the effects of that. Just, you know, feeling really drained, feeling just really blah when it comes to work. But the Whale Spirit is saying, you know, it says, trust the great mystery. So when I think of this whale, and I'm just reading this card intuitively, like whales, you know, they dive really deep. That was the first thing that hit me, like dive deep and know that like you might not know the answer why to everything that's going on right now at work. Or when you're moving through it, it might feel like, is this ever going to end? It just feels so deep. Like, when am I going to see the light with this? But this is just a message for you to kind of trust the process and just relax into the fact that you guys know that like you've got everything that you need to be successful and to be able to move through this. You guys have a lot of power. And so I feel like for a lot of you guys, this is also just a message around like making sure you're setting boundaries, because if you're someone that really like I'm so drawn to this Magician's, this light here that's like right by his chest, like right by his heart. You know, I think a lot of people are drawn to your sparkle. Okay. And especially people like this who are more low vibrational are going to be drawn to your sparkle. So I think it's important for you guys to make sure that you are just setting boundaries with people and not letting people affect your energy so deeply. Okay. I also just want to check for you guys because I love the guidebook for the Animal Spirit Oracle. There might be a deeper message to the whale spirit that I want to just see if we can dive into for you really quick. Okay. So in the hidden realms where all things must gather first before manifesting into form, whale spirit is the keeper, singing the soul of the whole world from the deepest waters of the coldest seas. When the whale spirit appears, it's a reminder that there's a great mystery that you must accept without intellectually trying to understand it. Some things cannot be known by the mind, only experienced through the heart, through intuition, and through peripheral senses that part the invisible veils separating the visible world from the great manifesting consciousness in the hidden realms. I love this, you guys. So yeah, it's pretty much saying what I already said. You know what I mean? Like, you're not necessarily going to understand why this is happening to you when it's happening. So it's about trusting in your intuition. And so you guys are going to be moving through this period where you're feeling really drained by some of these energy vampires in your space, and you're not going to understand why it's happening right at first, right? But it's important for you guys to like lean into your intuition and trust, you know, when you start to feel that feeling that it's time to kind of break away from that situation, okay? It's interesting too, because this whale spirit also talks a lot about manifestation, and the magician is also about manifestation. So I think this is just another message for you guys to know and just be confident in the fact that by moving through this energy, this is going to help trigger you into manifesting something great for you. You just may not be able to necessarily see like the deeper purpose behind this energy while you're currently going through it, if that makes sense. But just know you're going to come out on the other side stronger, better equipped. You know, I think of like these trying situations as a way to like level up your energy, almost like a video game. Like you're defeating these vampires and then you're moving on to the next level, even more powerful and better able to engage in a new challenge. Whew, okay, pile one. That was intense. So leave me a comment below. I'm really curious to hear what's happening for you guys with career. If you did enjoy the video, please be sure to give it a like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you enjoyed, any and all support greatly helps me to just get my channel growing and get it off of the ground. So thank you guys again, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye. Hey there, group number 2. So if you guys chose this little sunstone crystal, let's go ahead and tap into the next energy that's going to be coming in for you as it pertains to your career. So what we're going to do is, you guys, I pulled some oracle cards and some tarot cards. You guys actually had an extra oracle card pop out, so I'm curious to see what's going on. What we're going to do is we are going to start off with your tarot messages just to kind of see the details of what's going on, okay? All right, so we're kicking you off here with the 5 of Cups reversed. Ooh, goodness. The Wheel of Fortune and the Tower. Wow, so you guys have 2 major arcana coming in. So I feel like this is going to be probably a pretty major karmic lesson for you in career with these 2 majors popping up in your reading. What I'm really seeing here for you guys, group 2, is I feel like coming into the near future, you guys are going to be almost like given an opportunity or hit with a stroke of good luck that is going to help to pull you out of some feelings of disappointment. And I almost feel like it's going to help you to avert disaster in some way with that Tower in reversed. So 5 of Cups reversed indicates to me that you guys may have been or will be, in the future experiencing some sort of disappointment when it comes to your career. So whether this is like not getting the job that you wanted or just feeling dissatisfied or like upset about something at work, either way, this is really telling me that with this card being reversed, that there's an element of kind of pulling yourself out of that, getting over that, recovering from that. And I do feel like it has to do with this Wheel of Fortune in the upright. Wheel of Fortune is a very kind of interesting card because it's like, for me, it's unpredictable. You know, today it is showing up in the upright. So what I'm feeling is that this wheel is going to spin and it's going to give you a stroke of good luck. It's kind of interesting. I'm noticing that in this Wheel of Fortune, the wheel is landing on the home. So maybe for some of you guys, something to do with your career coming into the near future here has to do with you bettering or upgrading your home. maybe that's something of significance. Comment below and let me know. That's just a message I'm getting for a couple of you. But we also have the Tower in the reverse. So I almost feel like you guys may have been in a situation where it's like you were on the brink of disaster or on the brink of something really falling apart in your environment. But because the Tower is reversed here, it's almost like, whew, we got our stroke of good luck. We're good now. Like we're avoiding that. Okay. So I think that's really positive energy that's coming in for you guys. So, you know, for some of you, this could have to do with you guys getting a new job. For some of you, this could have to do with some sort of disappointing situation in work kind of just blowing over, which is really positive. But yeah, that's kind of the initial message that I'm getting for you, group number 2. Now, for a select few of you, another message that's coming through that I'm getting is with this Tower being reversed, sometimes when the Tower is reversed, this is us trying to control the outcome of a situation and kind of holding on too much. You know, the Tower energy, though it is frightening sometimes, like to have your whole, you know, Tower can be a very shocking, kind of surprising energy that doesn't always feel positive every single time, right? But it is important that, you know, the Tower is allowed to fall down, because usually what this means when we get the Tower is that a situation needs to like be let go of because it's no longer serving us. It's built on a faulty foundation. You know, like look at this Tower, all these like rubble down here, the Tower's blown up, you know, in this Tower, she actually looks really satisfied with the fact that the Tower is gone. So I'm wondering for you guys, like I'm getting the vibe that there could be a little bit of a fear of change or a little bit of a fear of letting something go when it comes to career. And I feel like this fear is just around maybe taking that chance with the Wheel of Fortune. So let's get some more information with the Oracle cards. You guys had an extra archetype fall out. So we got the Bat Spirit, a rebirth is assured. And from your archetypes, we got the Servant and we got the Warrior. So let's start with the Servant. We have, so these are really cool cards, you guys, if you haven't seen them. They give you kind of like a light and shadow attribute to each archetype. So for the Servant, we have delight in serving others with a free and loving heart. On the shadow side, using the lack of money as an excuse to not move forward with life. So I don't know if you guys are like, this message here about not moving forward kind of resonates here with that Tower energy. Like, are some of you guys maybe in a situation that you know you need to let go of, that has been disappointing or felt kind of blah for you, and you're just afraid to release it right now? That's kind of a message that I'm getting with this Servant energy. And this Warrior energy, this says strength, skill, discipline, and toughness of will, heroism, stoicism, and self-sacrifice in conquering the ego. Trading ethical principles for victory at any cost, indifference to the suffering inflicted on others. I feel like this Warrior message is really resonating here with the light attribute. Like, I do feel like with my initial message that, you know, that I pulled for you, that like you guys are definitely getting a stroke of luck that's kind of like, you know, helping you to like get out of a disappointing situation coming here in the future, avoiding some sort of disastrous moment in your career. And I feel like you guys are going to be embodying this Warrior spirit energy. You know what I mean? Like this is all about stepping up to the plate, you know, being confident in the skill set that you have, going in and fighting for what's right for you. But I do still think that there is a message here about being open to changes and being open to moving forward. Okay, so definitely take what resonates for each of you. Both of those cards fell out when I was shuffling. And so I do think that there's a couple of different messages there that could apply to different people that are viewing this. So comment below for sure and let me know which kind of resonates more for you, which scenario. But we also have the Bat Spirit here. This says a rebirth is assured, represented here by the number 5. So 5s, and you have another 5 here, you guys. So 5s have to do with like challenges. You know what I mean? Like 5 is kind of a tougher number. But the good thing about number 5 is like when we get these 5s, even though it feels really tough and challenging in the moment, it helps us to kind of like level up our skills to be able to move forward and learn and be better after. Okay, so I do think that whatever change is coming in for you guys in your career, it is kind of triggering you to move through a period of change, or like this card says, rebirth. You know, we think about a bat. It kind of like cocoons itself in its wings during the day, and then it comes out at night to do its thing. And I think they're cute, but they're kind of an animal that people can be afraid of. You know what I mean? So anyway, I was just thinking of a funny story with a bat. We won't get into that right now, but yeah, like I think that what this is saying is that the next energy you guys are moving in to for work is that it's that of a rebirth. You guys are almost like rising from the ashes. You're moving through some tough changes and some tough energy, but I feel like you guys are going to come out as the warrior once you go through this. I'm going to just pull, I did this for group 1. I did just want to pull some additional messages about the bat spirit for you, just to see if there's anything else that I missed about it. Let's see. Okay. Bat spirit reminds you that at present you are in an unknown territory and may feel as if you are lost. Yeah, that makes so much sense, you guys, with that Wheel of Fortune. Like, because the Wheel of Fortune is very much something that's like, boom, it just kind of like the universe throws you a little curveball and you're like, where am I? Why did that happen? I wasn't expecting that, right? It says, however, you are called to trust that your intuition will be a reliable guide as you give birth to something new and unfamiliar. And that makes a lot of sense. I think you guys will be moving into an unfamiliar territory, which is why we have that Tower reversed. For some of you, it's like maybe a little bit of a fear of like fully diving in and letting the old fall away, because, you know, going into something new can be scary, right? So Bat Spirit has listened in the darkness of night and has heard all of your hopes and dreams, your fears and worries, and assures you that this new version of your dream, this move from darkness into light, from lost to found, and death to rebirth. Yeah, so this 5 of Cups is very much from darkness to light because it's in the reverse. You guys probably had moved through or will be moving through something kind of like disappointing with career, and this is indicating to me that the next energy coming in for you is that you guys are moving through that. You're moving out of that. So it's just saying, you know, trust that what seems to have died is actually shape-shifting into something even more meaningful and wondrous than before. Yeah, so if you guys are going through this, coming into the future with your career, and it feels kind of like dark, just know that you're going through a rebirth process, a regeneration process, and you're going to come out on the other side here, transformed for the better. So this is really interesting, you guys. You guys have a lot of intense energy coming up for you in career. So please comment below and let me know what's going on. I'm very curious to know. And if you enjoyed the video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up for me. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you guys know when I'm uploading new content. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Hey, pile 3. So if you guys chose this little carnelian, let's see what the next energy is coming in for you for your career. Okay, so we do have some oracle cards and we have some tarot cards. We're going to start off with your messages from the tarot. Okay. Okay, so we have the 5 of Swords, the Queen of Swords, and the 8 of Swords. Lots of swords energy for you guys, pile 3. So I want to start off by addressing that. So swords energy is all about the way that we are mentally processing things. What are we thinking about things? What's in our head, right? And it's also about the way that we communicate with others. So I'm definitely seeing that communication and thought is going to be a pretty major theme for you guys coming in for your career next. Okay, so some of you guys may want to look into like working on your throat chakra if you're struggling with communication. I feel like that's kind of, I'm definitely seeing that there are some issues here with communicating with others and just feeling confident to communicate for yourself for a few of you. So, all right. We want to start off here with this 5 of Swords energy. So This is why I'm seeing a little bit of conflict, you guys. Five of Swords can be a very catty energy. This is about like kind of fighting battles and being petty and like just kind of being a little bit like passive aggressive, I would say. So this doesn't necessarily mean that this is you. In fact, I kind of see you guys here as this Queen of Swords, but I feel like there are people in your environment that are embodying this energy where it's like, you just want to be careful that you don't get sliced by one of their little knives, if that makes sense. Like, this is very much the energy of like fighting stupid petty battles that no one's really going to win, you know, like competing or having a competitive energy with people when really there's no reason to be competing. Does that make sense? So for me, this card, especially when it shows up in a work-related reading, it has to do with like passive aggressiveness and just people making little digs at one another and just being, the word petty just keeps coming to mind. And you can see here, like there's one person here that looks like they're kind of stirring the pot and in control of it, where you've got like one person that's really sad and deeply affected by it, and the other person just looks kind of worried but has their hands thrown up in the air like, what do I even do to fix this? So this could have to do with like one person in your work environment that's kind of stirring things up and throwing these little passive knives around. And so that's kind of what I'm seeing you guys coming into next, okay? But I want you guys to make sure that you remember, I really strongly feel like you guys are embodied here by this Queen of Swords, okay? Queen of Swords is somebody who is very logical and level-headed and very fair-minded toward others. And this is someone who is not afraid to kind of like tell it like it is and be clear. So just, I want you guys to remember that this energy is going to be the best way for you guys to combat, you know, these energies that we're seeing here. Because with Five of Swords energy, you know, with this Eight of Swords coming up as well, you know, this could be an energy that makes you guys feel like you're kind of trapped, you know, like there's not really a way for you to get out of it. You're not feeling like you can win this situation. But the thing with the Eight of Swords that's also really important to note is that, you know, you're not as stuck as you think you are. Like there's a lot of ways, even though the scene looks like it's kind of scary and she's in fear right now, it's actually very easy for her to get out. Her hands are in front of her, take off the blindfold, unravel the hand wraps, and just walk out to your broom. Like she can get away very, very easily. The bird is up here as well. This is catching my eye. And when I think of birds, I think of messages and I think of communication. You know what I mean? So I feel like, you know, this is just significant to you guys, maybe being affected a little bit too much by whatever this conflict energy is at work, okay? For a few of you guys, this can be a self-sabotaging energy with the Five of Swords. So if it doesn't have to do with other people in your space that are causing conflict around you, Five of Swords can also just be the voices inside of your head that are kind of like putting you down or, you know, very negative, just not allowing you to be great. You know, I think we all can be our own worst inner critic when it comes to certain things. So this could be like, you know, little jabs you're taking in at yourself, like I'm not good enough, I messed this up. You know what I mean? And those types of like self-talk is really important to be mindful of if you guys are experiencing that, because those will keep you stuck. So whether it has to do with you guys and your own inner dialogue, or it has to do with, you know, other people in your workspace, you know, you just want to be mindful of that negativity because it's going to have you guys feeling paralyzed for a second, okay? But going back to this Queen of Swords energy, you know, I do feel that you guys will be able to kind of get yourself centered and leveled out with this because the Queen of Swords is not somebody that really tolerates these behaviors, especially not these behaviors. And she doesn't fall into this behavior easily, you know? So, you know, I think your way to kind of navigate through this is just by being very logical, cool, calm, collected, take all emotion out of it, right? Like if you are worrying and fearful of this person or this situation, you know, you're not going to win. You're not going to come out on top. You know, so it's important that like if someone's being like, let's say passive aggressive to you, for example, with this Five of Swords and they're making a little jab, you know, it's important with this Queen of Swords to just calmly ask, well, what did you mean by that? You know, let's say they make a passive comment to you. Well, what does that mean? Tell me more about that. You know, just keeping things very, staying on your throne, staying in your power, like rising above the BS and just asking for clarity in a very calm manner is what's going to help you navigate through this the best. Because I promise you guys, with people like this that like to stir up crap and just be dramatic, if you come in with that very calm, level-headed, unemotional, and you just call them out and just say like, well, what did that mean when you did that? You know, like they kind of back down pretty easily. It's easy for you to beat them, you know, because people who behave in this manner are insecure in themselves. You know, they're insecure in themselves. They're insecure in their own position. So all they have to do is just stir crap up with others. And you guys are better than that. So just kind of keep that in mind and don't allow yourself to get stuck. Now, for a select few of you watching this, I also can see this Queen of Swords person being like a supervisor or a boss or just some other type of like leadership presence in your work atmosphere. That may be coming in to help kind of resolve this issue or might be involved in this issue specifically. I will say the Queen of Swords also does have a darker side to her where she can be kind of like cutthroat. You know what I mean? So maybe this character here is a part of like the person stirring the pot. I don't know, but that's just for like a select few of you that I'm getting that. Also, just could be a lot of air signs in your environment. Maybe some of you guys are air signs, which would be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay, but let's see what comes through with your oracle messages. All right, so we have the guide and we have the buffalo spirit. So let's start here with the guide. So what these archetype cards do is they give you kind of the light and shadow sides of a certain archetype. So this one says represents the nature of the divine in life and in yourself. And then shadow side places financial gain and control over imparting spiritual insight. So I do feel like for you guys, this is really kind of echoing the message of the Queen of Swords here. You know, represents the nature of divine in life and in yourself. You know, you guys just want to make sure that you're staying really regal, staying in your power as you guys move through this challenge. And don't let other people like dim your light. You know what I'm saying? Like what's really catching my eye, sorry you guys, the light's really weird right now with the sun. But what's really catching my eye about this guide is we have another bird here, the owl, which to me indicates wisdom. And he's also holding a lantern here, which indicates that he knows the way. He has the wisdom. He knows what path he needs to take, right? So I think for you guys, you know, with this Queen of Swords, this is also a person that's very wise, just like the guide. You know, so you want to make sure that you kind of follow your own inner light and your own inner knowing. Rise above that situation and use your wisdom and your clarity to navigate through it. So with the buffalo spirit, this says the abundant universe will provide. Okay, so and then we have the number 10, which is like, it's like a 1, but the 0 magnifies it. So I think of like a new beginning when I see that. But I think what's important to note with this buffalo spirit, you know, as you guys are like moving through the situation, I think it's important for you guys to know that it's a temporary challenge. And I think if you all are able to navigate yourselves with grace and tranquility and just, like I keep saying, stay on your throne, stay in your power, you're going to come out on the other side of this, you know, even more abundant than you walked in. So what I've been doing with all the groups is just pulling some additional messages from the guidebook here. So let's find the buffalo spirit and just see if there's anything else that you guys need to know about what's next for you in career, okay? Almost there. Okay. All right. Yep, so buffalo, symbol of abundance. We know that. Okay. So this really speaks to how like people that would hunt the buffalo would not waste any bit of them. They would use all of it. And this is saying, so too do you have many gifts available to you. Buffalo spirit appears to let you know that you are in a powerful time to manifest your desires, not by force or pushing, but rather by following a natural path that rises up before you, trusting that there is always plenty to go around, whether it be love, money, inspiration, or support. So maybe for some of you guys, you're going to be falling a little too much into this 5 of Swords energy, you know, because that really spoke to, you know, don't force, don't push, just kind of allow things to happen naturally. So, you guys are definitely like in your power here with this Queen of Swords coming into the near future with work. So don't allow yourself to get like sucked down into these lower vibe energies or feel like you're having to fight for something with other people, because this Buffalo spirit is coming up saying like there's plenty of abundance to go around for everybody. There's no need to get catty. There's no need to get overly competitive. There's going to be enough here for you. Okay. So this is really cool, pile 3. I'm definitely super curious to hear like what's going on with you guys at work. Drop me a comment below and let me know. And if you guys did enjoy this video, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell so you guys know when I'm uploading new content. And I will see you in the next video. Bye. All right, you guys, welcome in group 4. So if you guys chose this moss agate, let's go ahead and see what is coming in for you guys for career next. So we have some messages here from Tarot and Oracle, but we're going to go ahead and start with your Tarot messages, okay? All right. So we have the Knight of Cups, the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Cups. I'm so happy, pile 4, because every other group was so intense, and I feel like this is the best one. Not that there isn't anything good about the others. I mean, there's always lessons to be learned, right? But I just feel like you guys have something really special happening for you with career. I'm sorry this light is so strange. Okay, I'm trying to kind of fix it, but okay, let's just go into it. All right, so what's next for pile 4 with career? Well, what's next for you guys is I'm definitely seeing an offer coming through. So we have the Knight of Cups energy here. Knight of Cups is definitely about someone delivering something to you, someone providing you with an offer. I love this Knight of Cups because it's like he's got little hearts floating out of his cup. You know, traditionally this has to do with like your love life. Well, not always, but a lot of times when we see this in readings, it does have to do with like someone offering love to you. So maybe for some of you guys, there could be a love interest involved in your working life, but I feel like this is an offer of something new coming in for you for career. That is something that is going to make you feel just really happy, really emotionally connected, and emotionally fulfilled. You know, there are a lot of cups here. We also have the Ace of Cups here in your reading, which also has to do with emotions and new beginnings. So I feel like whatever this offer is that's coming in for you is going to have you really emotionally satisfied and emotionally fulfilled. Like your cup is literally so full that it's spilling over a little bit, like right here. So with this Ace of Cups, what this is telling me, you guys, is that this work that you're doing, whatever is coming in next for you for career, is going to bring you a lot of emotional fulfillment. I think it's going to make you make maybe a lot of spiritual fulfillment for some of you guys. I do see there's some doves up here flying up into the sky, you know, so that definitely makes me think of, you know, higher connection to spirit. And her crown meaning her crown chakra is surrounded by this ring, this golden ring of abundance. So I think there's a lot of spiritual and emotional abundance coming in for you when it comes to your career, as well as creativity with the Ace of Wands. So, you know, you can see I love this Ace of Wands because she's got like all of her creative endeavors just like up in this smoke, like she's manifesting it in, and she's just like, oh my gosh, I have everything I need right now. Her arms are open. She's ready to receive. So for a lot of you, what's coming in next for work is something that's going to help make you feel really creatively inspired, emotionally fulfilled, spiritually connected, and just overall just your cup is full. Like you're feeling really happy, you're feeling really good, you're feeling really passionate, just feeling really, really inspired. Okay? Some of you guys, this could have to do with something artistic. You know, what's really catching my eye here is we have like some artist tools. We have some music notes, like maybe there's music involved here for some of you guys. Maybe some of you guys are like readers yourselves or psychics or something having to do with spirit is of significance with your career path. But it's looking just really positive and really abundant. And we also do have 2 aces here, right? So I want you guys to also keep in mind that with aces, the way that I read these is that they are potentials, meaning like it's a seed that needs to be planted and watered in order for it to grow. Okay, so just kind of keep that in mind, that this offer is going to come in that's going to provide you with the potential for you to grow creatively, grow spiritually, grow emotionally, right? But in order for it to actually move and blossom into something, you've got to be willing to put in the effort and energy to water those seeds, if that makes sense, okay? So let's see what messages come through from your oracle cards. So from the animal spirit, we have life is speeding up. I love it. And from your archetype cards, we have child, divine. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm obsessed with your reading right now. Okay, so I want to start here with the antelope spirit. Life is speeding up. And one thing that I noticed too, you guys, is that all of your characters and your cards are facing toward the future. So I do think that whatever this offer is that's coming in for you for career, it is something that is going to be something maybe that you're working on for a long time. It's definitely meant to be part of your path. It's something that can potentially really set you up for success for your long-term future. So life is speeding up. So I feel like this offer is going to come in for you really quickly. I feel like you're going to get it and be hit with it and just be like pleasantly surprised. You know, the number 2 here. So 2, you know, I feel like, again, this is going to bring you a lot of harmony and balance. Again, maybe some of you guys are working with a partner or a loved one with that Knight of Cups energy. And then we also have the child divine. So this speaks to innocence, purity, and redemption, suggests a special connection with the divine. What was I saying about spirituality here? Shadow attribute, an inability to defend oneself against negative forces. I'm not really seeing a lot of that coming through with your cards. I'm definitely seeing those messages of purity, connection to the divine. So I think for a lot of you guys, you know, whatever this offer is that's coming in for you for career, it's going to really help you connect to your inner child. Again, you're going to be more connected to spirit, connected with the divine. And it's just something that brings you so much, like, I feel like fun and that purity and that innocence into your life. Like, I feel so happy reading this for you guys. Like, whatever this is just going to make you feel so good and so at peace inside. This is really awesome, pile 4. Let's go ahead and see if there's any additional messages we need to know from the antelope spirit. I've been doing this for all the piles just because these cards have so many cool meanings to them. All right, so when the antelope spirit rushes into your life, you're being reminded of the quickening of your personal evolution as a powerful co-creator. You're being told unequivocally that it's time to get moving, set your intentions, and take action toward making your dreams real. Okay, so just like what I was saying, you guys, with these aces, yeah, so the offer's coming in, but you guys have to really take control over moving with it, right? Because these aces are just potentials, and they stay stagnant unless somebody comes in and you take the time to like take a move onto them, work through them, okay? There is an intensity you can feel, and it's important to take advantage of this energy right now. If you have a plan for your career or financial abundance, now is the time to step it up. If you're asking about relationship, we're not, but this is saying make the first move. Just know that the intentions you have set in motion are coming together now at warp speed. Stay alert and keep things up. Things are getting interesting. This is so awesome, you guys. So I think there's a couple more messages I'm getting from this. So make that move. So if for you guys, this isn't about an offer coming in, this is about you guys finally taking that action, because nights are about taking action and moving forward towards something. So you guys know that you've got all this potential stirring up inside of you for this creative endeavor, for this spiritual endeavor. You know that there's a lot of room for growth for you toward your passions. And so this can also be a message for some of you that, you know, coming into the near future, you're going to find yourselves actually taking the action to water these seeds. Yes, you guys, this is so beautiful. So please let me know what's going on with you guys with career. I'm very curious. This is such a beautiful reading. I'm kind of jealous. But leave me a comment below. Let me know. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up for me. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you guys know when I'm uploading new content. Any and all support is so, so appreciated. So thank you guys again, and I will see you in the next video.